bands, for example, Steve Gadd, that 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover.
Sure.
I've always had to do the alternate sticking, or, Steve, when he plays it, all the snare is, I don't know which hand he chooses to use on the snare, and all the other hand is doing all the hi-hat. But for me, I'm always like, having to alternate back and forth. And that's common with a lot of the drum beats he does for me. And I just can't seem to get past that. I've always struggled with paradiddles, or not so much paradiddles, but the other forms of paradiddles. I don't even know what you call them.
Paradiddle diddles and double paradiddles and triple paradiddles.
I've never been able to do those.
Sure. So. Okay, so let's solve that problem. First thing, let's go to the Steve Gadd thing. One thing is, I don't think, and I don't know Steve at all, never met him, but I can only assume that someone like that in the studio wasn't thinking about, how am I going to play 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover by Steve Gadd? He is Steve Gadd, so he just sat down, they worked on stuff. At some point, Paul Simon must have been like, dude. And he was like, right? I know, Paul. And Paul was stoked, and Steve was stoked, and they were like, press record. And then, I don't know anyone that's ever told me from a session, by the way, Mike, I just recorded this, I'm fairly certain 20 years from now, every drummer's going to learn it. To you, you're just playing a song. You don't know what's going to really click with the drum world. So I don't think he was thinking of it like that. And so you have to think, okay, well, are you trying to play 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover, which will only help you when you're playing in a Paul Simon cover band, or do you want to grab the essence of what was going on so you can apply it to the music that you play? And to me, that's way more important, is to sit down and say, okay, I want to play some syncopated, smooth, almost slash between funk and pop, where the drummers are getting what they want, but my wife, who's not a musician, is like, this is cool, and that's it. And in that, it's like, well, what's happening there? Definitely, he's got some left foot stuff that might be throwing you off a little bit. So think about, is that what's going down? Are you having a problem between those patterns with that left foot? Take the problem out of anything that you're doing, grab it, and make a new exercise out of that problem. And say, okay, I'm having trouble playing these patterns that incorporate left foot as one of the sound sources. We'll work on right, left, left, as an exercise. Take the problem out of the issue, make a new exercise out of it. Think about maybe a rock groove that's not this, but all the E's and U's are on the left foot. No open. You're working on that skill set. Then start incorporating it, your left foot, into your improvised drumming. Make some new chops where you're like, oh man, ooh, that's dope. I'm kind of saying civilization all the time. What are you bad at? Paradiddles and double paradiddles and triple paradiddles and flipadiddles and okay. So let's go. The feet, since I suck at paradiddle diddles, the feet are now going to be paradiddle diddle. Left, right, left, left, right, right. So it's a left foot lead paradiddle diddle. Left, right, left, left, right, right. Now I'm working on Gaddisms and my patterns that are killing me at the same time. Now it's all starting to come together, so. All right, guys, thank you so much. That's my time. Todd Stuckelman is coming up next. Please stick around for him. He's one of my favorite drummers of all time. Thank you guys very much.
Mike Johnston, huh? Extraordinary teacher. There's something like 20,000 students.